Today, we're checking out a Chibson Ace Frehley Les Paul copy. So, what is a Chibson? A Chibson is a Chinese manufacturer's copy of a Gibson. This just happens to be the Ace Frehley Les Paul, and it looks like a Gibson. It says Gibson, but it's not really a Gibson. And there's some things I like about it and some things I don't. First, I'm going to start talking about the headstock and what some issues are with the headstock. Right away, first thing I noticed is right here on the nut kind of area, there's a little bit of like a weird gluing spot. It's just not very well done. It's kind of noticeable. But I did notice, aside from having Grover tuners, which I doubt are real Grovers, it could be, I could be wrong. They seem a little big compared to real Grovers. But I've had no tuning issues with this guitar since I've been borrowing it. So there's that. But one huge thing that I noticed, which is a huge difference from any other Les Paul copy, is that the neck is all one piece, meaning there's no scarf joint joining two pieces of the neck together for the headstock. So that was actually very impressive to me. I really like that. And as far as the neck feel goes, there's no sharp fret ends, and it actually plays really well. This particular model, I think, has the slim tapered 60s style neck, so that feels really good on the hands to me, because I like the necks. But that's cool. The nut could use some work. It's not the best cut. Moving on down, though, one thing you notice along the biting along the fretboard is it's kind of yellowed and faded in color, but there's some weird discolorations. You'll notice that a lot throughout these guitars. These Chibsons are kind of known for that. There's just weird flaws in the coloration of the binding all the way around it. But it is a glued-on neck, so it's authentically glued on like a real Gibson. But there's also right here at the neck joint, there's more discoloration. And there's also a little bit of a weird, like, paint mishap there. I'm not really sure what's going on. It's not as bad on this side, but it's still kind of there. Moving on to the pickups. The pickups are awful. First thing I'd do probably is change them out. This thing's pickups, they're really low output, and they're not very good. They don't sound that good. The amp sim I've been using, which is on my Line 6 pod HD, is like my regular high gain tone that I use for my metal stuff, and that was as high as gains I can get it to go in that demo, and it was pretty low output. Aside from that, the bridge is a pretty good ABR1 copy with the wire holding the saddles in place. I did set this up, and I noticed right away I didn't really have to touch the intonation. The intonation was pretty much perfectly in tune from the factory in China, so that actually really surprised me. I was a little thrown back by that, actually. The knobs are, I think, a little different color than what they should be for a real Gibson. They're kind of bright color, so eventually you'd probably want to change those out. Overall, it feels like a very solid guitar. It's nice and comfortable in the hands. For the amount of money you pay for these, which is very, very little, it's honestly probably no better than a mid-range Epiphone. It's pretty spot on. The body, I'm pretty sure it's not mahogany. It's probably just basswood. Could be wrong. I don't know. But it does have a bit of a flame top to it, which is kind of cool. I did notice it's not like a plywood bend over kind of top. It's actually a carved top, which is nice. But it is a very light guitar for what a Les Paul should be. So I'm thinking it's probably chambered here in the back somewhere. But that's not a big deal. In fact, lighter Les Pauls are kind of nice to have. The paint is alright. It's I can definitely see some like finishing marks on the paint, like where it's not perfect, but from a distance, I mean, you can't tell a difference. The back's kind of funny. It's got these the back plates and the switch cover. It says Gibson S or HSTORK or C for historic, but it's missing the I. It's kind of funny. Just little nuances like that make it not a real Gibson. It's funny. I did notice the panels on the back. The cavity covers don't quite fit flush with the cavities, so that could be kind of an issue. It's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect. But would I recommend getting one of these? If you have the means to, why not? They're super cheap and they're kind of fun. It'd be a good like stage guitar if you get it all upgraded right and all that. Because then you don't have to worry about thrashing up a real Gibson. Yet you still have a Gibson. So overall, I think that's pretty cool. Now I'm going to take you through a little demo of what the pickups sound like. Or in the control layouts, because you'll notice this particular model has 3 pickups in it. We'll start here in the bridge. Here's just some chords. Very classic rock kind of sounding. It's definitely reminiscence of Kiss and Ace Frehley. It's just kind of that thing. Now I'm going to switch out of the bridge position here, and this is where it gets interesting. Instead of the middle position is all 3 pickups, and that sounds kind of weird. It sounds like this. Kind of what you'd expect from the middle position is all 3 pickups, but where it gets really weird is the neck position. You can only get in the neck position these 2 pickups. You can't get the neck alone, so you only get the middle and the neck. which is an interesting combination. Kind of sounds, well, sounds like this. So yeah, that's weird. As far as the controls down here go, rolling out the volume when you're in the neck position of either pickup actually shuts off the volume altogether. Oh no, I was wrong. So neck volume does exactly what you'd expect. You're in the neck. It shuts off the volume. Middle position, I think, yeah, middle position, any volume control, and the knob just popped off. So that shows you Chinese craftsmanship. That was funny. Anyway, middle position, either volume works. And then bridge is just that. And then the tone controls are exactly what you expect. Neck and bridge. But that's about it. It's just a really weird knockoff for Les Paul. If you're looking to have a Gibson but don't have the money for a Gibson, it might be worth checking one of these out. Form your own opinions about it and tell me what you guys think. If you like my videos, please subscribe and like for more. If you'd like to check out my metal band, A Day on Earth, you can find those links in the description as well. Hope to see you guys next time. Bye.